Hello there. First of all, let me personally say thank you for signing up with this course. I know starting a YouTube channel can be quite scary and frightening, but it is quite lucrative if you have the determination and persistence to do it, which I have no doubt you do. Honestly, running a YouTube channel can be pretty fun. I have been doing it for the last 2 years or so as of this video, and I still enjoy creating content, uploading the content, and I still have that same excitement when creating new content. But as for you, I just want to say that you are miles ahead of others who are thinking about starting a YouTube channel but just couldn't take the action. Many people fail to understand that starting a YouTube channel is pretty much just starting. That's the very first step. So congratulations again for taking the leap, and I'll do my best to help you out to achieve your very first goal, and let's have fun along the way. Alright, here's the biggest question. How do I get started on YouTube? First, you need to get yourself a Gmail account and then use that account to create an account on YouTube. Then after that, all you need to do is create a channel, come up with a YouTube channel name, and you have yourself a YouTube channel. Do give some thought about your channel name before creating it though. Try and keep it simple. Like if you're doing traveling videos, then maybe call your channel name Traveling with Kevin or something along those lines that has the word travel, because it kind of makes it really obvious what your channel is about. Another way to do this is by looking at other YouTube channels and see what they're doing, especially the ones in your niche. I like to watch videos from Graham Stephan and Ali Abdal, so I tend to emulate their YouTube channel a lot more, which includes the channel name. The other thing you want to start thinking about as well is your niche. Give it a bit more thought on what you want to do with your YouTube channel. Like maybe you want to do more fitness content or beauty content or cooking content or properties content. What you don't want to do is try to cover every single topics out there just because it is the hot thing to talk about right now. If your YouTube channel covers fitness content and crypto is the hot thing to talk about right now, then there's no way you can talk about crypto. It is possible, there is a way to do it, but it will definitely delay your YouTube channel from getting monetized. But if your channel is relatively new and you have only produced about 5 videos or so, and you decided that this might not be the niche for you and you want to try a different niche, then yes, you can still change your niche and you can test around with niches and find one you like. Just know that if you were to do that, then you might lose your current subscribers and you're sort of starting all over again. I would say if you have less than 100 subscribers, then go for it. Otherwise, you might want to consider starting a different channel so that you don't lose that existing 100 subscribers. And finally, you must set a goal before you start a YouTube channel. Don't just be creating videos because it's fun. If there's no direction, then don't spend that much time on YouTube. Use those time on something more productive. However, and fortunately, YouTube does have something for you to aim for, which is monetization, and I suggest you aim for that as your very first goal. So those are the things to consider to get started. We will talk about other things that needs to be done in other videos, so I'll see you there. This is probably the question everyone asks the most. How long will it take my YouTube channel to get monetized? Before I give you an answer to that question, I just want to first explain that to get monetized, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months, meaning the last 12 months of watch hours for your entire YouTube channel has to be a total of 4,000 watch hours or more. This only applies to watch hours though. For subscribers, as long as you have over 1,000 subscribers, then you're done with that one. But for watch hours, YouTube only considers the last 12 months of watch hours. So to answer your question on how long it takes for my YouTube channel to get monetized, the answer is unfortunately, I don't know, simply because every YouTube channel is different. Although technically it would require you a maximum of 12 months to get monetized. My channel took 12 months to monetize, which is incredibly slow. But I do know there are several other YouTube channels that took only 3 months to monetize and even a month to monetize. The one factor that determines how fast you can monetize is how fast you can get more views. because more views equals more watch hours, which means more subscribers as well. Other factors also include how many videos you create and which video blows up, because the watch hours is accumulative and YouTube calculates the watch hours based on all of your videos on your YouTube channel. So the more videos you have, the more watch hours you can possibly get. That's just in theory though, because if you're creating videos after videos, then there's a chance that one of your videos might blow up and that video itself can contribute 4,000 watch hours. I have seen some other channels who had that experience, but to me it is by luck. So I would rather focus on creating more videos. But don't spam videos, okay? You want to make sure that you create a meaningful video and that your new video is an improvement over the previous one. Don't just take out your camera and start talking without any preparation, with bad lighting and all that, then just hope for the best. It is not going to work. One more thing I want to add is YouTube Shorts, which is YouTube's answer to TikTok and Instagram Reels. It is basically a short vertical video that is less than 60 seconds or less, and this new YouTube feature can get you tons of views and subscribers. Just keep in mind though that watch hours coming from YouTube Shorts do not count, meaning they do not contribute to your 4,000 watch hours. The subscribers coming from YouTube Shorts do count, but not watch hours. So yes, I hope I answered your question. If you do work consistently on your channel, it'll take 12 months tops. But if you take a bit of break here and there, then your channel's growth may slow down and that may delay your monetization. Honestly, to me, this is probably more stressful than creating videos, but it does give you an idea on what YouTube is about and see if it is for you. Alright, I hope that was helpful and I didn't scare you off or anything. The trick here is to switch your focus to content creation and see monetization as a bonus for your hard work. So don't think too much, just take action and you'll be fine. So I previously mentioned that you first need to choose a niche before you start creating content. But you may be wondering, what niche should I choose to be successful? Well, you can choose any niche you want. You just need to know that some niche has a bigger market audience, some niche has a higher payout, and some niche just doesn't work at all. What's more important than a niche is to make sure to choose content that you enjoy creating and you can see yourself doing it in the long run. So do a little bit of research on your own by first understanding what sort of videos you know you can make, and then take inspiration from other YouTubers you love watching and can see yourself doing as well. For me, I do a lot of talking head videos like this one because I do enjoy watching them and I have some experience in public speaking as well. And it also leads me to the path I want to take, which is eventually starting up my own online course like this one. For you, it might be different, like maybe you want to aim to get some sponsorships, or maybe you're happy with just getting revenue from the ads on YouTube. One thing about choosing a niche is there's always this conflict, if you will, where it is a little hard to decide what to go for. Like my videos, my niche is in the personal development space, which itself isn't a very huge market, but the ads played on my videos have a ridiculously high payout. That's because advertisers are willing to pay, say, $50 for an ad on one of my videos, and if that ad managed to convert that viewer to a customer, that customer could potentially be paying, say, $4,000 for a service or a product or a course, and that itself is a huge profit margin. So you're gonna know the balance. If you think that views will make you happy, then maybe choose a niche that has a bigger market audience. Otherwise, I suggest you choose one that leads you to the business side of YouTube. I always find that to be the main problem of new YouTubers because it is very hard to get high views and high payouts, especially when you're starting out, because high views and high payouts tend to come when you have built a large following. If you're still unsure, then watch some videos from the YouTube channels you love and try and see if they have created any videos that talks about how much they get paid from YouTube so that you can get a rough idea on how much your niche actually pays. Now, of course, I'm only talking about getting paid from YouTube. There are definitely other sources of revenue as well, such as sponsorships or selling your products, but I won't get into that because the aim of this course is to help you get monetized for your YouTube channel. But I do suggest you spend a little bit of time researching in that area as well. So to recap, have a look at your competitors, check out how many views they are getting for their videos to get an understanding on how big your market is in your niche. Then try and find out how much the niche pays by just searching on YouTube. Most YouTubers reviews how much they're getting from YouTube these days. Then make a decision and just get started. Don't look too deeply into this because your YouTube channel is new and you can always change your direction early on. Okay, welcome back. Now there's this concept about finding your voice, like what's your channel about, what sort of personality do you want to show, what's angle you want your channel to take. This to me is most likely one of the most important points that determines the success of your YouTube channel, and I think a lot of channels are not stressing this point enough. The one sure way you can pull in new subscribers is really the personality you show on your YouTube channel. And I'm not talking about, mimicking other YouTubers. I'm talking about just being yourself and talking like a human being. This is a lot easier said than done, especially in your first 10 to 20 videos where you're still trying to find out what actually resonates with your audience. Like for me, my channel is actually about personal development and financial independence. I bet you didn't know that. And when I first started, my first 20 videos were all about that topic. But it didn't work for me and I got really frustrated. So I made a YouTube video to vent my frustration about YouTube. And surprisingly, that video actually gave me some traction. And so I spun my videos around and I started talking about how to grow a YouTube channel. But I also added in how running a YouTube channel can help in terms of personal development and financial independence, which is true in a way. And by doing that, I was able to find my voice, make myself relatable, and also deliver my personal message to my audience, which I find really helped in getting people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. The one thing you don't want to do is follow other YouTubers' personality. You can model off of them, like how they talk, the way they structure their video, but you don't want to be them. No matter what, you must be yourself in some way so that there's a unique element about yourself and your YouTube channel. The other thing you also don't want to do is being stubborn and refuse to change your voice no matter what. I've seen this quite a lot of times in small YouTube channels where their lighting is bad, their audio is bad, I can hardly hear them, they speak in a monotone, and it just gives an overall bad vibe. But worst of all, they kept creating videos after videos every day, thinking that they are going to hit it big if they just keep trying the same thing, when they should really be spending more time improving every aspect of their videos by getting feedback from others. So try and embrace change. It will make this journey a lot easier. And also, don't overthink about finding the perfect voice. Just get started, keep an eye on what videos works and what doesn't. Your views will tell you that, and pivot along the way. There's no correct voice, but there's always room for improvement, and improvement beats perfectionism all the time. Okay, so this is about how you should publish your videos with one purpose in mind, to get more views. While some people tend to have different preferences, like they're doing it to get more subscribers, for example, I just want to stress that running a YouTube channel is all about getting more views, because views is what gets you sponsorships and money from YouTube. You may be thinking that more subscribers equals more views, but that's never the case. In fact, even if you have 1,000 subscribers, you are not guaranteed to have 1,000 views every time you launch a new video. There are several ways to get more views for your video. The first way is to slowly build up your community and have your loyal fans come back to watch your videos. This is the longest road and also extremely slow, but you will get there as long as you do not give up. The second way is the type of video you are creating. Videos like mine, for example, they don't really get that many views because the market audience is really small when compared to doing videos like traveling, for example, where the market audience is significantly wider. The third way is the amount of videos you are creating. If one video is giving you, say, 10 views a day, then having 10 videos will give you roughly 100 views a day, assuming each video gives you 10 views a day. Many underestimate the compounding effect of all your views on your channel, whereas for me, I see it as the more videos I create, the more opportunities there are for me for my videos to take off. But of course, you gotta make sure you're creating meaningful videos as well. Don't just spam. And finally, probably the most important point of all, your title and your thumbnail. Now, this itself is quite a large topic and has a lot to cover, so I'll talk about this in a separate video. Now, there's one more point I want to share with you about views, and that is managing your expectations. Just a warning, I'm not trying to demotivate you or anything, but just something you want to keep in mind. When I started my YouTube channel, I actually thought it is really easy to get at least 1,000 views per video, given how there are so many channels out there getting tens and hundreds and thousands of views. But that's not how YouTube works. When I say manage your expectations, what I mean is do not expect your video to go viral. If you're starting out and you're getting hundreds of views a day, that's actually extremely good for a new YouTube channel. If you're getting over 1,000 views or more, that's even better. It just means that you have found the right video that resonates with your audience, and all you need to do now is to create more of that type of video. But most of the time, that's not the case, and you might end up with less than 100 views. But that's okay. Don't stop publishing and improve certain aspects of your videos little by little, and your views will rise up. If you can switch your focus from wanting to go viral with a very well thought out, very well produced video to understanding that each video you publish will just get you closer to getting more views for your overall channel, then I have no doubt your YouTube channel is going to grow. So remember, try and publish videos to first increase the daily views of your overall channel. By doing so, your YouTube channel is going to grow on its own and you are going to get subscribers on a daily basis. Then you can maybe focus on spending more time getting creative with your videos if that's something you enjoy. Whatever it is, make sure you do it within the space of your own comfort zone so that you do not burn yourself out and stop producing videos altogether. Okay, so a really short one. Before you start doing any videos at all for your channel, I want you to take a quick moment and think about the end goal of your YouTube channel. Like, where do you see this going? What do you want to get out of it? How are you going to sustain your YouTube channel? This sort of goal will ultimately help you plan your channel's direction and also determine the type of videos you are going to create as well. Now, most of the time, most YouTubers run a YouTube channel for fun or as a hobby, or they just like to see people subscribing to their channel. And that's okay, I respect that. But if it was me, I always tell myself that running a YouTube channel must bring in money in order to sustain my channel. If there's no money coming in, it just gets harder to have fun on YouTube. Because you can have fun, but if you're spending all your time creating really good videos and not expecting to make money out of it, then to me, that's like saying your time is worthless. And at the end of the day, no matter what it is, if you have no money to sustain your YouTube channel, you'll end up using your time out there working on a job to earn more money, and you'll just have less time for YouTube. Or maybe you do have a full-time job and you're thinking of using that income source to sustain your YouTube channel. That's okay too. But just know that your channel will grow eventually, and you're going to need to find ways to buy yourself more time, and a job might not cut it. But whatever it is, have a bit of a think and just do whatever you can within your own capacity. Just make sure you're having fun along the way. I guess that's the most important point of all. Another important aspect of your YouTube channel is speaking, and I dare say the success of your YouTube channel relies a lot on this. YouTube is a place for multiple things, but what a successful YouTuber has all the time is the ability to speak in front of the camera. I know it is awkward and not everyone is able to do that, but if you have decided to run a YouTube channel, then you will most likely understand that public speaking is sort of a requirement. One of the most beautiful things about running a YouTube channel is the more videos you create, the better your public speaking becomes. And also, it can be very beneficial to you as well for your career because it can make you look really professional. Public speaking, fortunately, is something that can be trained. There is no shortcut to this, it is all practice. So if you're not used to speaking in front of the camera, then your first few videos may appear awkward, but that's okay. Take it as good practice. Take it from me. I am the worst introvert you will ever know. No one notices me in the party. No one likes having me around because I'm not fun. But the reason I can speak the way I speak now is because I keep practicing and practicing. And you can do it too, I'm sure of it. Let me give you a few tips on how you can speak well in front of the camera. First, consider writing down what you want to say. It can be in point form or it can be a complete script. This helps you prepare before you record your video, and you avoid things like or long pauses or even repeating yourself. Second thing you can do is speak with enthusiasm and energy and passion. I guess this kind of goes back to the whole make sure you cover something you love on your YouTube channel part. If you do not love what you're recording, then chances are the energy and passion isn't there, and your viewers won't feel your enthusiasm and they'll find you boring. The third way is to just relax and think of it as having a conversation with just one person on the other end of the camera. It is like having a nice chat with a friend over coffee. Everything you say doesn't have to be perfect. Just show you're a human being who talks like a human being, and that will make you more likable. Okay, now, what if you are camera shy and you do not want to show your face in front of the camera? Well, that's actually even easier, because then you can prepare your script beforehand, and then all you need to do is record your audio by reading off the script. And once you're done, you can do your own video editing and put it into a nice package. Just be sure to use your own voice though. Viewers need to love you, viewers need to connect with you, so they must hear your voice. If you're struggling with this part, just share your videos on our Facebook group and we can give you feedback as well. But I have no doubt the more you create, the better you'll become, as long as you keep an open mind. Plus, it is YouTube, guys. Even if you don't find yourself speaking well or are unhappy with a certain part of your video, you can always redo it again and then do the video editing later to make it sound seamless and smooth. Just know that all YouTubers do not talk like they do on video. If you were to meet me in person, you'll probably find it hard to understand me because of my sentence structure. But it is because I do a lot of presentation and I do jump cuts in my video editing. It makes my video look like I just sat here for 5 minutes just talking. So whatever it is, don't be afraid, and always remember, your YouTube video is always under your control. Alright, recording your video is as simple as it sounds. You just hit the record buttons on your camera and you get started, right? And this is where you want to start thinking about what camera should I get, how do I make myself look good, what surroundings should I have. But here's my opinion. Don't start thinking about getting yourself a proper camera if you do not have one yet, and just use your phone to start recording your videos. The reason I'm asking you to do this is because to get your channel monetized, all you need is your smartphone. You don't need to get too fancy with camera equipment. There are two reasons for this. The first one is because smartphones these days are so powerful that they can record really high quality videos almost on par with a proper camera. The second reason is because you first want to get used to being in front of the camera first before you make any further investments. When you're just starting out on YouTube, most of the time you don't know what you're doing. I mean, no YouTubers know what they're doing. We're just winging it. So you want to focus on how to record a good video, such as learning different angles, learning how to present, learning video editing, and so much more. One of the biggest mistakes I see most new YouTubers make is they focus so much on their video quality in their first video that they end up spending all that time trying to create that one perfect video. But no matter how good the picture looks, viewers will still click away if you cannot capture their attention. They are not there to watch beautiful looking videos. They are actually there to watch you. Just have a think for a second. Have you seen a video that is filmed randomly and with bad quality, but that video ended up going viral? Or even in gaming channels, why are there so many well-produced gaming videos but only a few succeeded? The reason is because the presenter themselves failed to capture the viewer's attention. So even if the video is very well produced, lots of outside footage, 4K video, if the presenter is boring, I can guarantee you no one will watch. As a matter of fact, all of my videos are recorded on my iPhone, and I got monetized just by recording with my iPhone alone. I think you shouldn't spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on camera equipment until you get monetized. or at least until you know you're serious about running a YouTube channel. Unless, of course, you really want a camera. And in essence, that's really how you start a YouTube channel, because hitting that record button is probably the toughest thing to do when you're just starting out. So let's try to get used to that first before upgrading your camera equipment. So yeah, if you have a camera lying around, feel free to use it. Otherwise, a phone will do. You can do wonders with it. Okay, to get the perfect video quality is actually a lot simpler than it sounds. In fact, I'm using my iPhone 12 Pro to record this video right now using the wide lens. And you can see for yourself, right, that this isn't too bad. It is clear, it looks good, and many people on YouTube actually approached me and asked me what camera I was using because of the quality of my video. So the secret lies in the lighting actually. The quality and clarity of your video depends a lot on the lights you use. I'm going to show you how different lighting gives different effect. Right now I have 3 lights turned on. My softbox, my RGB floodlight, and my LED Wi-Fi enabled light. Now first, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my softbox. This is what it looks like when my softbox is turned off. See how my face has now darkened quite a bit because there's literally no light shining on my face? This is why the softbox helps a lot, because it shines natural artificial light on your face. Now I'm going to turn off my RGB floodlight and see how the atmosphere has completely changed. So let me turn off my LED light as well. And now my video looks really dull and boring and uninspiring. So what I'll do now is I'll open up my blinds and allow some bright natural light to come in. And this is what it looks like. I have a really big window just beside me, so I'm getting a lot of natural light coming in, which helps in improving the video quality. But I'm actually not getting any lights coming from this side. I am getting some from above from my small little window, which is why you can see on this side of my face is a little bit darker. Now let me show you some of my lights that helped me create my environment. This is the RGB floodlight and it is huge, and the light that comes off it is so damn bright. It is really useful because my room is not that big and the light emitting from it is bright enough to light up pretty much the whole room. Plus, I also have a remote that allows me to change the color of my RGB floodlight to whatever color I want. And then I have my LED Wi-Fi light bulb. This works the same way as any RGB light, except this is controlled via an app on my iPhone. Again, the benefit of having this is it allows me to change the color to whatever I want, just in case I want to freshen up some of my videos. And I just put my LED in my globe I bought from IKEA to give that fluorescent looking light. But of course, those lights are for decorative purposes. My main star is actually my trustworthy softbox. If you want to get any lighting, I suggest getting a softbox first because it just makes a huge difference, and I only wish I got mine earlier. I have 2 softboxes actually, so I can create the perfect lighting if I want to, but I only use one because my room isn't that big, and I find one light combined with my RGB light seems to do the trick. If you're interested in buying any of these lights, I'll put a link below so that you can buy them yourself. They're not too expensive, but they definitely brightens up your video a lot. And also it gives you a lot more flexibility as well, because now you can record your video during the night in case you have a really busy day. So get creative with those lights and make your video pop easily. Now, I do want to point one thing out about recording with your smartphone. The only drawback in using my iPhone compared to a camera is I can't blur my background unless I am this close to the camera. See how my background actually blurs and the camera focuses on me? This is actually a technique used to get your viewers' attention towards you. And if you want to create that blurred background and still remain a fair distance from the camera, then you're going to need a proper camera with proper lenses. And also, I'm not using my native app to record this video. I'm actually using an app called Filmic Pro, which gives me a bit more to play with, such as adjusting the focus, the brightness, and the app makes the video just a little bit more high quality. When I got mine, it was a paid app, so I'm not really sure what features are removed from this free app. But not to worry, because you don't really need that many functions on it. I just make sure the resolution is set to 1080p and Filmic Extreme is selected. After that, you can play around with the focus and the exposure to try and get the quality you want. Those are pretty much the basic things I use, nothing too complex. So I hope you can see how slight little changes can really elevate the quality of your video. You don't really need a good camera to do so because all you really need is good lighting. And if you want to start investing in your YouTube channel, then I suggest you invest in a softbox first. If you want to create a different mood, then consider getting some RGB lights like the ones I have over here. It can make a huge difference. So I hope you learned something in this one, but more importantly, make sure you enjoy yourself and have fun. In this video, I'm going to share with you the most important part of creating content on YouTube, and that turns out to be your audio quality. And this is rather strange because most viewers on YouTube would automatically assume that a great video is all about a good camera and equipment and video quality, but psychologically, it is the audio quality that controls 80% of it. So I just want to tell you that you should never neglect your audio quality. You can have the best quality video, but if your audio isn't clear or your audience can't hear you, then your video is pretty much as good as dead. And in this video, I'm going to go through with you some of the microphones I used in the past and present that I think helped grow my YouTube channel. Now, I'm just going to go through the types of microphones I use. Obviously, brands does make a difference, but I'm not going to go into that. So the first microphone is of course the internal microphone of your smartphone or your camera. I think this is by far the worst microphone to use. As you can hear, it sounds really fuzzy, it sounds really faint, and I have to literally shout for my voice to be heard. The other thing is I do not have the flexibility to talk further away because the internal microphone kind of just moves with the camera. So try and not use the internal microphone if you can, unless you have no choice. Okay, so what about AirPods or earphones? Well, that does eliminate the issue with me needing to be really close to the camera, but still, it doesn't sound very clear and I feel like I'm talking underwater. Plus, having a microphone kind of makes you look really unprofessional. Unless you're vlogging or if you're doing short vertical videos, then you might get away with it. But in general, you don't want to use your AirPods or your earphone. Again, I would put this on par with using an internal microphone and only use it if you have no other choice. Okay, now let's get into the better microphones, and the first one is called the shotgun. Now the shotgun can capture really good audio even when moved far away, and it is mostly used with a camera where it is mounted on top of it. Because by mounting on the camera, this allows the audio to be captured where the camera is pointing to, which is all the time really. A shotgun is really tiny and compact, and you don't have to carry a big microphone hanging above the video or something, or have a lavalier hiding around your clothes in order to capture audio. The shotgun is what I used the most in my initial videos when I first started my YouTube channel, but the downside here is if you want to capture the best audio from the shotgun, it really needs to be aimed towards the mouth. The other thing you can probably see here is I've been holding up my shotgun in order to speak because I couldn't find anything to stack the shotgun up, because the shotgun is meant to be mounted on a camera after all. But it can capture really good audio from a distance as well. As you can hear now, this is what it sounds like when it is near me, and this is what it sounds like when it is pretty far away from me. It sounds roughly the same. And now we have the lavalier microphone. This is a pretty popular choice. A lot of YouTubers use this because it can make really good sound, and it also gives content creators the freedom to move around as well. Another plus side to the lavalier is you can place it as close as possible to your mouth in order to get better and clearer audio without that much of a hassle, or you can even hide it in your jacket if you do not want it to be visible. The lavalier is perfect for almost any videos really, because it is really easy to set up. You just plug it in and it just works. It is really small and it is easy to bring around. Most professionals would use a lavalier together with a portable recorder, and they would sort of hide the recorder on their back so that they can move around freely whilst still record really good audio. Now I do have an issue with the lavalier, and this might be because of the brand I use or the way I set it up, but sometimes the audio outputs may come out as distorted or it never captured any audio at all. This is one of the reasons I stopped using my lavalier, because there were times where I recorded an hour worth of content only to realize nothing was recorded. I mean, I'm just winging it right now. I'm not even sure if audio is being captured in this video. The other thing you need to be careful with is the lavalier can get a little bit too sensitive. Like if you're wearing a jacket like mine, which can create a lot of noise when you're moving around, it will capture those noise as well. But the lavalier is good on cotton clothing though. So now we have come to our final microphone, and that is the USB plug and play microphone. My personal favorite is definitely the one I'm using right here, which is the Blue Yeti Nano. I've tested out all types of microphone, and this microphone here just gives extremely clear audio. And honestly, since I switched to this microphone, it elevated my contents dramatically. It also captures good sound quality even from far away. Like now, even if I hide it off camera, which is what a lot of YouTubers do, it can still capture really good sound. The downside to this type of microphone is you need to plug it into a computer and it is not portable. So it is not something you can bring around easily to do your videos. Like, it works really well for me because all of my videos are done within this room. So this microphone never leaves the house and it is perfect for me. And if you plan to do podcasting or live streaming, getting this type of mic is a must, because then everyone can hear you clearly and your video retention rate is going to remain high. They can get really expensive, but you don't have to get the most expensive one. Mine here is the Blue Yeti Nano and it cost me about $100. So those are the microphones I personally use. They are not that expensive in general, so if you do want to get creative with your videos, then I suggest just get them all if you want. Again, if you want to invest in your YouTube channel, invest in audio first. You won't go wrong with that. I'll list down all of the microphones I have down below. Check it out if you want to buy one for yourself. So anyways, that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.